10 signs your partner does not love you, even if you think they do. Welcome, beautiful people. It's your friend Kyle here with another heartfelt video. Today we're going to explore a topic that really tugs at the deepest corners of our hearts. Love, a magical force that breathes life into us, connects us to one another, and ignites a passionate fire within. But what happens when that once roaring flame begins to dim, threatening to leave us cold and vulnerable? The harsh reality is that sometimes love fades away, leaving us with a lingering sense of uncertainty and sorrow. The very thought of our partner no longer loving us can be a chilling, heart-wrenching experience that we all dread. In this poignant video, we'll unveil 10 subtle yet powerful signs that might suggest your partner's love is dwindling, despite what you've been led to believe. Together, we'll embark on a journey to unravel the intricate threads of love and learn how to recognize when it's slipping through our fingers. So take a deep breath and join me as we dive courageously into the realm of love and loss, seeking the truth that lies beneath the surface. If you do find this video helpful and would like to see more valuable content like this, please do not forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment saying, "I've subscribed," so we can thank you. Now let's get into it. Number 10. Lack of communication. A relationship's binding agent and the link that crosses the chasm between two hearts is communication. But what would happen if the bridge were to fail, leaving you cut off from one another and trapped on either side? Even if your partner claims to love you, a lack of communication is a huge sign that they may not feel what they say they do. Review your relationship to see if your interactions are awkward, one-sided, or even non-existent. After all, how can love genuinely develop and bloom without decent communication? Number 9. Unwillingness to compromise. Relationships are like a dance. They're a careful balancing act of giving and taking, of leading and following. So what transpires when one partner takes the initiative and refuses to let go, causing the other to falter or trip? Even if they say they do, your partner may not really love you if they are unable to compromise for you. Relationships are about finding common ground and allowing for reciprocal sacrifices, not about one person always having their way. If your partner constantly prioritizes their needs over yours and won't compromise, it's time to re-examine your relationship. Keep in mind that a genuine loving relationship requires two partners to cooperate rather than one partner making all the decisions. Number 8. No effort to make time for you. In this busy, fast-paced world, we all value our time. We work to maximize our time since it's such a valuable commodity. However, one thing that we will always be ready to make time for is the person that we love. If your partner seems to have a little time for you, with other things always taking priority, they may not love you as much as they say they do. Relationships call for investment, dedication, and most importantly, time. You may need to reevaluate your relationship if your other half frequently changes plans, chooses other activities ahead of you, or shows little enthusiasm for spending quality time with you. Remember, time is the currency of love. And if your partner isn't willing to spend it on you, it's probably time to look for a partner who will. Number 7. Lack of trust. All relationships are based on trust. Trust serves as the foundation for the security and safety of two hearts that are joined in love. But what happens when that base starts to give way, making you feel as though you're standing on unstable ground? Even if your spouse claims to love you, a lack of trust might indicate that they do not. If your partner often lies, conceals secrets, or breaches commitments, it's time to take a deeper look at your relationship. Trust demands honesty, openness, and vulnerability. After all, a relationship devoid of trust is like a house of cards that the smallest breeze may quickly collapse. If you do not trust your partner, or they do not trust you, it's very difficult for love to flourish. You deserve more, so be careful not to allow them to break your heart. Number 6. Lack of affection. When two people are really in love, an electric energy passes between them, creating the profound connection that we all yearn for. If your partner habitually avoids or refuses physical contact, it may be time to rethink your relationship. Affectionate touch is a vital aspect of a partnership, which allows us to physically display our love, affection, and desire. Physical closeness affects our state of mind. A person who does not receive any physical affection quickly begins to see a deterioration in their mental health. Multiple psychological studies and research have proved just how important it is for emotional intimacy. It is worth noting that the amount of physical affection we need varies greatly from person to person. If they are not showing any signs of fading love, then it may be just that they do not require as much touch as you do. We recommend discussing this with your partner in a non-judgmental way. Simply letting them know that you would appreciate more physical affection. They will probably be more than happy to comply. However, if they do not, then the relationship may be entering a danger zone of diminishing love. If you haven't already, please show us some affection and subscribe to our channel. Your support means the world to us, and it helps create even more practical advice to help you navigate life's challenges. We would be honored to join you in your journey and provide you with the guidance and insights you need to thrive. Number 5. Lack of emotional support. Support is the safety net that we all need, the strong arms that catch us when we stumble and fall. But what happens when those arms are nowhere to be found, leaving you to face life's challenges alone? Lack of emotional support is an undeniable sign that your partner may truly not be in love with you, even if they claim they do. Emotional support requires empathy, understanding, and a willingness to be there for your partner through thick and thin. If your partner consistently dismisses your feelings, criticizes your choices, or invalidates your experiences, it's time to take a closer look at the relationship. After all, a relationship is a partnership, not a solo act. And if your partner isn't willing to be your emotional ally, they may not be the right partner for you. Don't let your heart bear the weight of life's burdens alone. Number 4. Criticism and disrespect. Any healthy relationship is built on respect, the foundation of mutual understanding that allows people to exist together. But what if the ground is unstable and you continually feel as though you're walking on eggshells? Even if they pretend to love you, a clear lack of respect for you shows that your partner doesn't truly love you. Understanding boundaries, permissions, and equality on a fundamental level is necessary for respect. And respect is absolutely necessary for a loving bond. It's time to examine your relationship more closely if your partner routinely transgresses your boundaries, doesn't care about how you feel, or belittles you. A relationship without respect is not a loving relationship. Don't allow a partner who doesn't appreciate and value you to undermine your sense of worth. Number 3. No effort to improve the relationship. It is a common misconception that relationships are all romance and cuddles. The truth is, loving relationships are hard work. They're like gardens. They require constant attention, nurturing, and effort to thrive. But what happens when your partner neglects the garden of your relationship, leaving it to wither and die? A lack of effort to improve the relationship is a sign that your partner does not truly love you, even if they say those 3 words to you. A healthy relationship requires both partners to be committed to growth, to be willing to work through challenges, and to make changes to improve the relationship. If your partner consistently refuses to take responsibility, makes no effort to address your issues, or is complacent with the status quo, it's time to take a closer look at your relationship. After all, a neglected garden will eventually become overgrown, bearing no semblance to the beautiful space that once was. Number 2. Keeping secrets or lying. Do you constantly worry about whether your partner is being honest with you? This should not be the case in a loving partnership. If your partner has a history of lying to you, or if you suspect they're lying to you now, then chances are they could also be lying to you about their love for you. If your partner persistently withholds information with you, conceals things from you, or tells you lies, it is difficult to believe they love you. I mean, can you imagine consistently lying to someone that you love deeply? I can't. It doesn't add up. Number 1. Ignores important milestones and events. The turning points in our lives that mold and define our relationships and our futures are milestones. Do you feel your partner downplays or overlooks these milestones, making you feel insignificant or underappreciated? Even if your partner says they love you, if they ignore significant milestones or occasions, then their feelings may not be as strong as love. It takes time, effort, and commitment to show your partner how much they mean to you. And celebrating milestones is one easy and enjoyable way to do this. If they can't even celebrate with you, then you need to consider their place in your life. Love goes beyond feelings. It demands commitment, effort, and selflessness. If your partner shows any of these 10 signs we've discussed, it's time for some serious introspection to evaluate your relationship is truly rooted in love and mutual respect. I understand facing the possibility of unrequited love is heart-wrenching, but please know, you're not alone. Lean on your loved ones for support and consider professional help if needed. If you feel it is worth it, then open a gentle, non-accusatory dialogue with your partner about your concerns and discuss the possibility of couples counseling to potentially rekindle the spark. If things don't work out, remember, you deserve the perfect love story. And the close of one chapter doesn't mean the end of love. Stay strong and keep your heart open for the love that awaits you. If you have any feedback at all, please let us know in the comments below and maybe like and subscribe our channel too. Thanks much for being here. I'll see you soon.